Hey, listen, love. Welcome. Blissful rise, beautiful souls. Welcome, my YouTube family. Welcome, my FB family. Welcome, my Twitch family. Welcome, my TikTok family, my beloved family. This is where it all goes down. Welcome to All Things Mastery live classes, live sessions, live broadcast. Here we teach you all things you need to know so you can experience the life that you want to experience. Okay, how many of you know that is incredibly important? Okay, that is incredibly important. We give honor to the infinite source of creation. We give honor to our ancestors. We give honor to ourselves. Okay, for choosing to be righteous, for choosing to do the right thing, for choosing to take one step at a time and positioning ourselves, okay, to get what we want in life, exactly what you deserve in life. So if you're ready, I see the notepad. I love it, sunshine. I love when y'all come prepared. Okay, listen. The information that I'm going to be sharing with you all, when I tell you, is going to be good. It's always good because it's the truth. It is the truth. Okay. Now, for those of you who are joining me right now, for those of you who are new to me, welcome. My name is Venus, and I'll share a little bit about myself once we get just in a little while. See, Era, how are you? Welcome in. Ruby, how are you? Welcome in. Okay, so listen, let's start off with this. Let's start off with this. Here's the truth bomb. And those of you who know me know we give the desirable and undesirable truth. So here's something I want us to think about. We don't get what we want simply because we want it. Okay? We get according to who we are, to who we're being. How many of y'all know that's true? How many of y'all know that's true? How many of y'all know no matter how many times you speak your beautiful affirmations, no matter how many times you affirm all of the beautiful things that you are and you want to experience, no matter how much you meditate, no matter what techniques you're meditating with, infinite gratitude for the support follow, how many of you know now, especially my mentees, okay, but if you're a mentee of All Things Master Infinity Circle, drop a heart in the comment section, okay? My mentees know all too well we speak divine truth, we speak righteousness, we speak facts, okay? Even though I put my little razzle Venus dazzle on it, okay, we still speak facts. I see Loyal P, I see Sunshine, I see you, Chef, okay? Because it's only when you know the truth. It's only when you understand the truth, embody the truth, and apply the truth can you change the trajectory of your life. So today and tonight and after, wherever you chiming in from the world, we're going to be going over the reasons why many of us don't have the money we want. Many of us aren't experiencing genuine love, romantic love, platonic love, right? Via friendships, family ships, especially the relationship that you have with yourself. Many of us are not experiencing peace and clarity and direction in our lives. And many of us are not experiencing prosperity, which we should be. Now we all know too well, we know all too well of what we were forced to learn, what we were forced to accept, what we were thrown into. Okay, we know all too well. However, how many of y'all know that's in the past? Put a ashe in the comment section if the past is the past. Okay, TT, infinite gratitude, my love. Welcome in. How many of y'all know it's the past is the past? The past is the past, and we leave it there because over here we are what? Masters of self, okay? And if you are a master of self, if you are living in your sovereignty, baby, we are not driven by the past, okay? We are in the present. We embody the present. So what we always teach in All Things Mastery is teach you how to create the desired experiences that you want. Ashe, the past is definitely the past. Ashe, Carla, it is. It has to be there, especially if you don't want to keep reliving the past. I don't know about you, but I don't want to keep reliving how I was broken, bruised, couldn't afford nothing, sleeping in my car at once upon a time. I don't want to keep revisiting how depressed I was, on and off, on and off. I don't want to keep revisiting how my money kept playing ping pong with me, and I never signed up to play the game in the first place. I don't want to keep revisiting that. I don't want to remember my abuses and uses. I don't want to revisit all of the foolish decisions that I made. Infinite gratitude for the support follow. I don't want to keep revisiting that. Okay. I want to experience all of the beauty, all of the joy, all of the bliss, all of the prosperity that I am able to create. However, how many of you know that in order to create those things, you need to be doing something, okay? Now, the good thing about it is you don't have to do it on your own, okay? Because what I do is share with you my 15 plus years experience, okay? To surmise all the things that you need to do in a pretty little powerful, effective package, okay? Now, how does that sound good to y'all? Let me know. Let me know. Now, listen, I'm an engager. I'm animated. As you can tell already, this is my attitude. This is my frequency. This is my demeanor. This is me. I am pretty animated, pretty charismatic. This is me. Okay. This is why I'm in a position that I'm in today. Infinite gratitude for the gifts. Okay. Sounds good. I see you, Erica. I see you, Sunshine. It sounds good. Okay. So I want us to think about that question. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. Let's think about that for a moment. How many times, infinite gratitude, Sierra, how many times have we wanted more money? We wanted financial security, right? How many times have you done heard of somebody else or know someone else, including you, that want more healthier relationships? Okay. Okay, infinite gratitude, Jack. Okay. You can scoot along. Okay. How many of us have ever wanted to be healthier again? How many of us want to be healthy? How many of us want to be vital, have vitality? Okay. How many of us don't want to be fatigued? Put in the comment section if you want more health. Okay. Put in the comment section if you actually want genuine supportive friends, people who are going to not only receive the love and support you give to them, but it's also going to reciprocate that onto you. Ashe, infinite gratitude, Justy, infinite gratitude. Okay, Ashe, Ashe. I absolutely. It's okay. Now listen. Let's get to it. I got some foolishness over here for the very first time. So infinite gratitude. Thank you so much for stopping by my page, by the way, for giving me your unsolicited energy. Because listen, baby, because I know how to transmute that, okay, what I'm saying may be boring to you, baby, but it is going to help shift somebody's life into not being bored. Okay. So you go ahead and go live your best life over here and go do something productive. Garpools or whatever your name is, Jackal, go do something productive. Go visit somebody who wants to see you. Okay. We don't want to see you right now. Okay, so listen, infinite gratitude. So listen, y'all ever experience no matter how hard you try, no matter how many times you meditate, or no matter how many times you spoke your affirmations, things just wasn't aligning. And for a lot of you, it seemed like every 3 steps you took forward, you took infinite gratitude. For every 2 steps forward, you took 10 steps back. I know, I remember those days, Ashe. What I just said, does anybody relate to that? Now listen, this is called engagement. We engage here. We reciprocate beautiful energy. Infinite gratitude, Jesse T. We reciprocate beautiful energy. Why? Because what you give is what you get. Okay? What you give is what you get. So whenever you have an opportunity to engage with high frequency people, with high frequency opportunities, with high frequency, right, higher levels of consciousness, states of being, baby, just know that you are being rewarded. Your reward is coming. Why? Because you don't have to do the things you do. You don't have to engage. However, that's what's required over here, okay? Because when we learn together. We are powerful collectively. Powerful collectively. Ashe, I used that quote yesterday. Ashe, I love it. I love it. Infinite gratitude. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Here's the thing. When you're experiencing setbacks, when you're experiencing things that no longer align with who you're becoming, and who and what you want to experience, i.e., more money. Okay. Now we understand that it's not really the money that we want. It is really what the money can offer us. Okay. Because money, we're not going to act like money doesn't exist, even though it doesn't exist. Ashe, we're not going to act like that. Okay. So as long as you are in this realm, there, you might as well, baby, master the game. Don't let the game master you. Because for a lot of us, we are being played by the game instead of mastering the game. And so, how many of y'all ready to stop being played by the game? How many of y'all ready to step into your power and reclaim your power? How many of you actually know you have the authority? Everything that you need is within you. So it don't matter what you want to experience: more money, more love, more health, more romance, more sexiness, more confidence, okay, more more prosperity and more abundance. You have everything you need. Here's the thing though. There are reasons as to why we're not experiencing all of those things. And it's not what many of you think. It is not because you are unworthy. It is not because you are undeserving. It is not because you are who you are. It's not because of your sex. It's not because of your gender. It's not because of your age. It's not because of what you wear. It is none of those things. None of those things. And it's not because you're not trying, because I know a lot of you have made great efforts and putting yourself in position to experience more money, more love, more health, more peace, more joy, more abundance, more prosperity. I know many of you are trying, right? And a lot of us have gotten a little bit hopeless, right? Right? Because things aren't working out as we planned. Okay? So here's the thing. It's not because you wasn't worthy or trying. Okay? You're ready to command your life. You have to be ready to command. Anybody know what anybody want to know the common denominator from you not experiencing all of those things that you want to experience, and from you experiencing the things that you want to experience? Anyone? Put a one in the comment section if you want to know the common denominator. Okay? Because knowing is a part of the process. I'm not going to say battle because it don't have to be a battle all the time. A lot of us are conditioned to think, I see the ones, a lot of us are conditioned to think that we have to battle, that we have to fight. All my life, I had to fight. All my life, I had to fight. I want to let you know right now, I want to serve notice to you right now that you can stop fighting. Ashe, you can stop fighting. Ashe, stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting your elevation. Stop fighting the flow. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to struggle to be successful. You don't have to struggle. Blissful Rise, Yolanda, my love, welcome in. You don't have to hustle harder. You don't have to read no more books per se. You don't have to binge watch anything per se, anything. Infinite gratitude, my love. You don't have to lose sleep. You don't have to work 60 to 70, 120 hours a week in order for you to accelerate your goals, to accelerate your healing. You do not have to struggle. That was a lie and a deception to keep you operating at your lowest state of being. You don't have to struggle. And I'm here to tell you the common denominator between the version of you that you want to be and actually experiencing the version of you that you want to experience, no matter what it is your identity. Ashe? Shango, I love that name. How you doing, Shango? Infinite gratitude. Infinite gratitude, Yolanda. Okay, thank you so much for the taps, my love. Thank you so much for engaging. I feel the energy and I'm excited. Infinite gratitude. Okay, I want y'all to know the common denominator between who you want to be and who you're becoming is your identity. And we're going to talk about that because I teach shifting. We want to shift from what we were, from who we were to who we want to be. We want to shift from being in poverty to having abundance. We want to shift from being not clear and foggy to being clear. We want to shift the paradigm. Okay, that's what it is, because it is the only way you can experience what you want. I want to make this real. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, the engagement part. Love you back, beautiful. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Mean it. Here's what I want you to do, because I need you to make it plain. I need you to make it real. I need you to start operating and using the divine tools that you have, which is your mind, which is your mouth, which is your heart. Okay, among the other things. Drop in the comment section something that you want. Don't worry about, listen, this is a safe space. And if it ain't, as long as you have the confidence to speak things, know things, and to move in alignment, you make sure you move, okay? Moving your energy. Energy transfer is important. Drop in the comment section, what do you want to experience? One thing. You don't have to put a lot of things. One thing. What's one thing that you want to experience? Okay. I know for me, I am positioning myself to experience romance. I am now open to experiencing romance. Okay. Experiencing romance. That's one of my things. So if I want you to share, I'm going to also be transparent and share. Okay. Joe Kun Shape, how are you, my love? Joe Kun Shop is Jakun Shop, Jakun Shop. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I love. Bye bye. Okay, I see you. Abundance. Yolanda says more love. Infinite gratitude. Infinite gratitude, my love. Infinite gratitude. I see. Love, real love. I know that's right. Someone who is going to accept you and really show you unconditional love, like some of our children do, right? How many of y'all ever just experience being your authentic self, right? And even though it's not a romantic love, but how many of y'all ever experience your child's love? It don't matter how you look. It don't matter if you looking crazy. It don't matter what you talking, if you're talking crazy. It don't matter what you doing. It don't matter even if you are projecting certain things onto them. They will forgive you 1,000 times over. They will express their love to you 1,000 times over. They will continue to support you, encourage you, and nourish you, and continue to tell you that they love you. It don't matter if you got an extra roll on your back, if you a slim thick. It don't matter what it is. They will give you and show you. Okay, so when I say romantic love, in a sense, that's what I'm talking about, right? It's not what you deserve. It's what you want. Okay? Self-mastery. I see you, coach. Agape love. I say self-mastery. I see it. Mastering yourself. Okay, because only when you master yourself, you master your reality. Okay. So let me share something with you. Before we move on, it's important for me to express and just share a little bit about myself, because one of the things that I teach is minimizing your consumption. Everything you consume, you become. That includes information, that includes TV, and that includes the information that you're consuming right now. However, do not be alarmed, because this is righteous information. This is cosmic information and intelligence and knowledge. Okay, even with that, you need to know who and what you're consuming. And so it's important for me to share with you my qualifications, my skill sets. Okay. So for those of you who are new to me, put a one in the comment section so I can gauge who I'm sharing energies with. Put a one in the comment section if you're new to me. Because if you're not new to me, I'll just skip that part. Okay. How about I'm not going to skip it? Infinite gratitude. Thank you so much for being courageous and putting that in there. Okay. Um, mind, Mindy, is that Mindy Clayton? Mindy Clayton, thank you so very much. I'm going to do it anyway. Why? Because there are always new faces, new beautiful souls that are being introduced to me. And I want to make sure you know who you are. Yes, thank you, Erica. Ashe. Shay, my name is Venus Scott. Okay, I've been teaching self mastery for 15 plus years, and the core principles I pull from, it comes from metaphysics, it comes from psychology, it comes from quantum physics, meta laws, it comes from genetics, epigenetics. Okay, it comes from identity shifting and self mastery. Infinite gratitude, my love. Thank you so very much. Okay. And I've been helping countless of souls just like you position themselves to get more money, to heal faster, quickly, more effectively, okay, with lasting results. That's the thing, with lasting results. I am also a best-selling author of 4 books, okay? I'm currently working on my 5th book. That's something that I'm very proud of. I'm also an Army veteran. I spent 5 years in the military, did a tour in Afghanistan. I am a mother of three young, beautiful souls, three young men. I'm also a grandmother, which my grandbaby calls me Lovey. He's not allowed to say that grammar word. I just, to each is her own. But I am Lovey, okay? I am Lovey. It stands for Love Venus because my name is Venus. And so this is my passion. This is what I do. This is my lane. This is my expertise. Why is this my expertise? Why do I teach others self-mastery? Why do I teach and am so passionate about teaching beautiful souls? Jade, welcome in, my love. Mastery and shifting your identity. Why? Because I was once at a place where I was so hopeless. I was so depressed. I was so filled with anxiety. I was so confused. I didn't understand. Okay. I was suffering from PTSD real bad. Okay. I was struggling with gaining money, keeping money. I was struggling with a lot of things, and there came a point where I felt like I was suffocating in my depression. I was suffocating in my anxiety. I was suffocating, feeling like I didn't belong because I was still dealing with abandonment issues, right? I was still growing up with this broken mentality. I was still embodying those frequencies, and for the love of me, I really couldn't understand why I wanted to give up on life. I could not. I could not until one day it got so bad. It got so bad that I tried to commit suicide. Yep. Not once, twice. Not once, twice. So let me slow it down and make it real to you. There are people right now who is experiencing these thoughts. You may not be privy to it. And many of them won't express it to you because they're hiding it behind a smile. They're hiding it behind clothes and adornments. They're hiding it behind jokes. But when I tell you that many people are experiencing such loneliness, such deprivation, such separation, depression, that they feel like there is no light, that there is no love, even though they have the love of family members, even though there's so many opportunities that is waiting on them. When you're in such a dark place, infinite gratitude, whistle T. When you're in such a dark place, you can't see the light, you can't see the love. Because when I was in that dark place, I didn't think about my children enough. I didn't think about what would happen to them if I left early. I didn't think about what my family and friends. I didn't think about the consequences. The weight was so heavy. The only way I knew at the time to escape was to take all my medications and prematurely transition. So there are many people who are struggling with this. We're just going to get real for just a second. Is that okay? Put a one in the comment section if that's okay. Okay. Infinite gratitude. Hi, beautiful. Hi, just how are you, my love? Is that okay? Can I continue? Mindy, infinite gratitude. White T, infinite gratitude. Infinite gratitude, Jay. Infinite gratitude, Dre Wood. Okay, Big Chefs. P, I see you. Edgar, I see you. So many people that are, I guarantee you passed by at least one person in a week, the past week, that was experiencing the thoughts of suicide. And what I've learned after I survived, because how many of you know that if it's not your time, it's not your time? Okay. Now that situation that I put myself in, that could have been I wouldn't be here right now. If I didn't decide in that moment, after the moment, I was in Afghanistan during my tour. I was in Afghanistan. I would never forget this moment. I was in Afghanistan. And it was an out of body experience. Okay. Now we talk about truly understanding the triune essence. We are part consciousness, soul, spirit. I was witnessing myself out of body. I saw my body laying on that bed, lifeless. When I tell you, I heard the very loud but dwindling pulse of my body. And I'm hearing all of the NCOs come in the room, the medics, and they're checking my pulse. I'm literally watching them try to figure out what's going on with me. Why am I seemingly losing conscious? Why am I laying here like this? Why is my pulse getting weaker by the second? And I remember in that moment, like, oh my God, I'm about to DIE. No, I don't want to go. I'm not ready to go. I made a mistake. And I'm sitting, I'm in my spirit, cosmic form, watching my pulse dwindle, my heart rate weaken. And inside me, I'm saying, no, I made a mistake. I don't want to go. I regretted it. I survived that. And from that point on, I made a decision. At the time, I was still in betwixt religion. So whoever I called God at the time, I said, you know what? From this point on, I will learn everything that I need to learn as to why I reached such a low point to where the only escape I thought of to relieve the hurt, to relieve the pain, to relieve the pressure, to relieve the responsibility. I didn't want to be responsible no more. I didn't want the weight of being responsible. I didn't want the weight of being a mother no more, even though I love being a mother. But it takes a lot of responsibility and accountability to learn how to be a mother when you shouldn't have been a mother at such a young age. So there's a lot of things that I gave up to give my children and offer them a life that I never knew. It's a lot of pressure if you don't know how to transmute it. And from that day on, I decided I'm going to learn everything about how my mind works. I'm going to learn everything about how my heart works. I'm going to learn everything about anxiety, depression, the signs, the symptoms. I'm going to learn everything I need to know, because why? I don't want to ever reach that point where I want to transition. I want to live. Put a 1 in the comment section right now if you want to live. Okay? Put a 1 in the comment section if you want to live, if you want your family to live, because it's not all about us. Everything we do impacts someone else. Everything we do. I see the ones. I want you to live. I want your children to live. And not only that, we should be living a life more abundantly. You should not be struggling 50% of your days. You should not be hustling 50% of your days. You should not be depressed or lonely, feeling anxiety, not having a clue as to your purpose, where you're going. Ashe. And so for that point on, 15 years later, I have mastered proven frameworks that I've developed. Okay, so I want you to know a little bit about who's teaching you. Okay, because when I tell you, I cannot tell you the last time I've experienced such anxiety, such depression. I cannot tell you when the last time I had to rob Peter to pay Paul to pay my bills. I cannot tell you the last time I had to worry about the first, because that's when all the bills are coming. I could not tell you how many times. I could not tell you when is the last time I suffered in that way. I haven't suffered for years. I haven't experienced depression or anxiety or lack or fear or scarcity in years. Why? Because I developed certain proven formulas according to indisputable scientific, metaphysical, cosmic, spiritual facts. I had to remove what happened to me and position myself in that position. Okay? So when I tell you what you're consuming is good for you, it's wonderful for you, it's great for you. Okay? So I needed to express that. I needed to make it really real, because what you consume, you become. So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you in the most righteous way possible. Put a 1 in the comment section if you're ready to be challenged in a righteous way. Put a 1 in the comment section if you're ready to be challenged. Okay? If you're ready to be challenged in a good way, put a one in the comment section. Ooh, yes, I say. I see it. Infinite gratitude for the roses, okay? So this isn't just about, thank you so much for engaging with me. I love y'all energy. I love it. I want y'all to know that this isn't just about motivation. This isn't just about inspiration. This is about the truth and what it really takes for you to step into your new self. What new self are you talking about, Venus? I'm talking about, tell the truth, the new self that don't struggle, that don't suffer, don't have to work backwards to obtain what she wants. Yolanda, new self. I'm talking about the version of you that don't have to pay rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm talking about the version of you that takes vacations not to escape her life, but to enjoy her life. Chef, I'm talking about the new version of you who has mastered all important areas of your life, enabling you to master your reality, to experience what you want to experience. Jay Wood, infinite gratitude. The new you, the one who is living in prosperity, living in abundance, the person, the version of you who even have bad days, but still have wonderful days at the same time. Okay, I tell people all the time, on my worst day is my greatest day. You know why? Because I understand one, who I am. I also understand mastery. I also embody it. So, baby, we don't just talk the talk over here because I don't teach that, and that's not what I'm about. Baby, we walk it like we talk it. Walk it like we talk it. Come on, walk it like we talk it. We're not just over here talking. We over here mastering self. We over here mastering our reality. Okay? Sunshine, I'm talking about the version of you who is living out your dream, who have started the business, who is growing their business, who is prosperous. Okay? I'm talking about the version of you who know where they're going. I'm talking about the version of you who is clear on where they're going. I'm talking about the version of you who is confident and not being a people pleaser no more. I'm talking about the version of you who have stepped in a higher self-esteem, a higher level of consciousness to where nobody can play with you. Nobody can manipulate you. Nobody can move you. Why? Because you know what you know and you know the sign. However, okay, that's the version I'm talking about. Infinite gratitude for the support follow. Okay, that's the version of you. That's the version of you. Okay, that's Jade. That's the version of you. The version of you that is living in their truest authenticity. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I think that's what I'm talking about. Okay, it's all possible because I'm a living testimony. Okay. I don't take vacations because I'm running from my life. I travel where I want to travel because I just want to experience it. I'm not worried about paying my bills every month. Why? Because they already paid. I'm not worried about the opportunities that don't find me because I always have the opportunities that are always in alignment with what I want to experience. I don't worry about people who hate me because I stand in truth and stand in righteousness. I'm not easily moved and I am not humble. Let me say that again. I am not humble. I am not humble. I know enough now to know that it was a deception and a trick to influence and force people to regurgitate rhetoric and nonsense that is going to keep you being subservient to someone else's will, ways, and their prosperity. I will be damned if I be humble and subservient to make another person feel adequate about their inadequacies. I'm not dimming my light. I'm not dimming my intelligence. I'm not dimming my wit. I'm not lowering myself just to appease what you lack. Ashe? Ashe. Put an ashe in the comment section if you understand. Okay? So the version of you that is courageous enough to do what they want to do, even if nobody else is doing it. The version of you who is capable and courageous enough and bold enough to say no when you want to say no, and you don't need to give nobody no explanation. Not if you don't want to. You don't need to explain why you're saying no to the foolishness. You don't need to explain why that person or that thing isn't healthy for you no more. You don't need to explain and be a pattern keep repeating yourself. You don't need to continually tell people and demand respect. People who demand respect don't parakeet it. People who demand loyalty don't parakeet it. People who demand reciprocation don't parakeet it. You understand what I'm saying? We only allow people in our vortex and in our life that is going to be reciprocal, that is going to not be an anchor to keep us bound in one spot, especially when it's a dirty, filthy, toxic spot. We don't engage with those people for prolonged time. You got one chance to show us that you are on the same level or on around or around the same level. We're not baseball games, my loves. You don't get 3 strikes. You get one and you're out. I say it takes a lot of courage to have that attitude. It takes a lot of confidence to have that attitude. It takes boldness to have that attitude. And you know what it takes? It takes and requires a certain type of identity. Did you know that all of those things are tied to your identity? Ashe? Did you know that all those things are tied to your identity? The self-loathing, the victimship, the victimizer, right? The one who is fearful and living in scarcity, the one who is broken and bruised with all due respect, the one living in pride. Those are all characteristics and structures of identity, your identity. Okay? And I need y'all to know that. I want to let y'all know something. Even though there was a time in my life where I could not see the light or anything good, I knew deep inside that I was purposed for so much more. And I want to tell you today, I want to tell you right now, you are purposed for so much more. There are so many beautiful experiences that you can experience. There are so many people you need to touch. You have a very unique role and a much needed role in this life, not only for you, not only for your loved ones, but as a collective. Did you know that we have a responsibility to also raise the collective conscious level? We also have the responsibility of making sure that our earth is good. I'm so sick and tired of hearing people saying, oh, this world is ugly. Leave then. Guarantee you there's always a doorway that you can walk your ungrateful, unhappy ass through. Leave. The world ain't miserable. This planet isn't miserable. All the elements, the water, isn't the sun, the moon, isn't hard, it isn't ugly, it's magical, it's phenomenal, it's beautiful. You know what is ugly? The identities of people who think like that. Oh my God, it's raining today. It's so disgusting outside. Why don't you just go? Transition yourself, autopilot your ass to a planet, a universe, a space where it's all things what you want it to be. We have a responsibility not only to ourselves, but to this beautiful planet that we're living in. No more excuses, no more justifications, no more rhymes or reasons as to why you're not living in your highest self identity. Ashe, no more excuses. We'll use these words of wisdom to excel. I'm here to tell you that you are a powerful. Do any of you know how your body heals itself, restructures itself, shed its old skin, just like a beautiful, majestic serpent? Anybody know? Now, this is a fact that your body can naturally heal itself, repair itself from any external scars, physical scars, internal diseases without pharmaceuticals. Did you know that pharmaceutical drugs are made from the same chemicals that you have within your body, that your brain produces? Chopper, how are you, my love? These are facts. That's how astronomical and phenomenal you are. Do you know that your mind is a supercomputer? Learned that this year. I'll tell you. Your mind is an infinite computer. Did you know that your DNA is not just blood? It's not just liquid. Did you know it's not? It just don't hold oxygen. It just don't send and feed other organs in your body. Your DNA is infinite cosmic information. It has no end. It has no beginning. It's infinite. everything. This is why I say, stop listening to foolish people. Learn what you need to learn. We do know everything. Now, I know that's going to trigger some of y'all cognitive dissonance, so stay with me for a little bit. We do know everything. We're just not aware that we know everything. Because if you understood scientific facts, chemical facts, biological facts of who you are, you would know that your DNA put holes and houses infinite information that the trees from ancients hold, that the water of ancients hold. Do y'all understand that? So when somebody tell you all the bullshit that we hear, you don't know everything. I beg your pardon. With all due respect, I do know everything. It's just a lot of us don't remember. And that's one of my goals. That's one of the things I'm passionate about, is reminding you who you are, reminding you how to step into your power, how to reclaim your power, and what is required for you to what? Change your identity. Because right now, a lot of us have the identity that the Europeans, let me say that again, that the Europeans, the Eurocentric ways, okay? We no longer want Eurocentric ways. We don't want to, we no longer want it. Why? Because that's not your cosmic identity. Shay, that's not your cosmic identity. You were never purposed to live by and to be conformed by a calendar. You know why? Because you are astrology. You are astronomy. We were our ancestors, the divine ancestors, our extraterrestrial ancestors. Let's take it a little bit deeper. They understood who they are. We didn't need calendars to dictate time. We didn't need calendars to figure out what cycle the moon was in. We didn't need calendars for certain spiritual rituals that we did. We didn't need calendars for that. We didn't need papers for that. We didn't need a lot of things that they told us we need. You know why they told us we need certain things? Because they needed it. And somehow they have switched the paradigm, okay? They told you needed to worship a God instead of telling you the truth that you are God's. That you are the generator and orchestrator. You are it, the goddess. You are the infinite source. You are that infinite source of creation, that infinite source of life. How can you not be? Okay? So they gave you a God and took your inherited identity. They gave you false confidence. They gave you false pleasures, fortune, and fame for what? Your divine essence. How many of you know that energy needs energy? Energy needs energy to create. And a lot of things that has been materialized and created, guess what? Those certain individuals didn't have enough energy or bandwidth to create and materialize certain things. So what? They said, you know what? How can we obtain more energy? How can we do it? Do you know how much energy it takes to power a whole community? One electrical wire couldn't do it. They needed more charge. Infinite gratitude, Dre Wood. They needed more charge. How can we control the people? How can we cipher off their energy without them even realizing it? How do you continually trick a divine people, a divine, intelligent people? Okay? How can you do that? I won't go too far on that because we already know how they did it. But today, I'm going to be sharing with you what you need in order for you to create and materialize more money in your life. Okay? Consistent money. In order for you to experience what it feels like to take vacations, not to escape your life, but to enjoy your life. In order for you to connect with that person that is going to love you, laugh with you, play with you, be serious with you, tell you the things that you like and don't like. The one person that's going to just ignite your sensuality and sexuality, the one that you can be your most authentic with, the one that you can be real, brutally honest with. I'm talking about experiencing prosperity and peace and clarity to where, damn, nothing shakes you or rocks you or move you to the point where it causes you to descend, where it causes you to fall in depression. I'm talking about that person that has that type of power and authority. I'm talking about the person that has supportive people around them, that is reciprocal. I'm talking about that type of life. I'm talking about experiencing us running a successful business. I'm talking about not chasing nothing, but always being in alignment to it. I'm talking about that type of experience, that type of joy. The person that wakes up, that rises like, golly, I'm just happy. Nothing extraordinary happened outside of, I'm here. I woke up like this. I woke up powerful. I woke up beautiful. I woke up being able to speak, being able to talk, I'm able to do this. I'm able to sit with you, be with you, exchange with you. Baby, there are so many days I wake up and just be dancing out of the blue, just be shaking and shimmering out of the blue. I have such a joy and a peace. You know how many people don't have that? You know how many people? I swear, some people beds are positioned to be on the wrong side every day, every single day. They don't even have a right side of the bed. Both sides are wrong. You know, y'all heard that term before. Oh, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. They wake up on the wrong side of the bed every day because they don't have the right side of the bed. Why? Because their identity is built in lack, is cemented in lack, cemented in worry, cemented in foolishness, cemented in ignorance, cemented in victimship, cemented in victimship. Divine Nine. Infinite gratitude. How are you, my love? Lush ladies. Hi, love. Hi. Infinite gratitude. Shaman, how are you? In order, it don't matter what you want to do, it don't matter what you're not doing. Your identity is the common denominator. Okay? Your identity is the common denominator. That's just the truth. Okay? That is just the truth. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a goal in mind? Like it was a big goal. It was something that you really, really wanted, and you got fired up, and maybe you saw progress, maybe you didn't experience progress yet. But then it felt like, what happened? You like, where did the joy go? Where did the excitement go? Right? 1 minute you happy about it, 1 minute you not. You like, oh, I'm excited to go on this date. I'm excited to go on this. I'm excited to go speak here. I'm excited to start that. I'm excited to go to the bank and get. I'm excited. Just pure excitement about something. And then maybe a couple of days later or a week later, whether you saw a little progress or not, it's like, what the fuck happened? Whoever took my happiness to bring it back. Whoever took my confidence to bring it back. Because all of a sudden you find yourself searching, like, where did it go? Right? Any of y'all ever felt like that? I know I have. Put a one in the comment section. Put a one in the comment section if you ever felt like that. I know I have. So for certain, I have. Okay? Once upon a time, I know for certain that I have. Okay? I see that. I love the honesty. I love the transparency. I see you, Justy. I see you, Loyal. So, what I developed is a proven framework called shift. Shift. Somebody say it with me. Put in the comment section. Comment section. Shift. 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 This is the word of today. I see the shift. 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 And shift. And shift. What the shift means? Move, shift, transcend, shift. What does shift mean? I'm about to tell you. The only way that you can live the life. I see you, Devon. I see you, Justy. I see you, Chef. Everything that you want is centered around the identity you currently have. All that you were and all that you're now up until this point was centered in your old identity. You cannot create a new world, a new reality. You cannot experience the genuine love that we want to experience, the romance, the sexiness. I don't know about you, but I am so ready and focused. Like that wasn't my focus for a while, okay? That was, but I am so ready to experience sexy time again. I'm so ready to experience the exchanging of those beautiful energies. I'm so ready to experience that. I'm so ready. That's just one of my things, but it may be different for you, right? That's one of the things I'm ready to experience right now. I don't know about you, but listen. Oh, she ready. She ready now. That's on the list. It haven't been on the list, right, Jay? Devon? Okay, let's tell the truth. Okay? I don't know about you, but I don't lie about myself and I don't lie about my wants. Okay. I want to be told I'm beautiful by my significant other. I want to be told that, oh my God, you inspire me today. I want to feel love. I want to hear it. I want to feel it. Feel it, that part. I want to experience all of it. Okay. I want to have communications. I want to call and date and I want all the things. I should listen. I'm very transparent. Okay. I'm very transparent. And because I know I can create a manifest and materialize anything, including the man that's supposed to be with me. Okay. Now, if you bad like Janet, stay with your chest. Because I'm just that bad, baby. I don't know about you, but I love experiencing not hustling for my money, not being stressed out for my money. I'm in the flow of money. I'm looking forward to experiencing more money flow coming my way. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to experience all of it. I'm ready to experience these things. How many of y'all want businesses? Put in the comment section. How many of y'all have an aspiration to become an angel investor or to be in service of others, to just not only have enough for you, but to be able to give to someone else who is less than fortunate? Right? I know I do. I know I do. Y'all want to hear something real? I see the yeses, I see the ashes, I see the me's. And thank you so much for being courageous. Y'all want to know, we're gonna get into shifting. I have very detailed, very relatable acronym for shift. Okay, because we're working on doing what? Shifting our identity. Me, Nita. I see it. Me, Nita. Somebody put me in the comment section for me. Okay. Yeah, here. Put me in the section for me. Okay. Somebody. All of those things, Ashe, infinite gratitude, my loves. Whatever you want to experience, you cannot experience all of it if you still are tied to the identity of your past. Okay? And if you want me to elaborate on that, just put elaborate in the comments. But I'm going to move on. What does shift mean? What does shift mean? The S in shift stands for releasing old layers, old belief, old distorted biases, old dominant programs. I teach y'all all the time that we are all regulated and our behaviors stem from our dominant past programs, which are all housed in your supercomputer, which is your consciousness, which is your subconscious. Elaborate. Okay? Shifting. It means for you to transition from what was to what you want to be. It means that you no longer can think the way you were thinking. It means that you no longer can engage with certain people for long durations or any duration like you used to. It means having the courage for you to pull back from social media. It means that you have the courage and that you are your priority shift, that you're willing to do what's required to get what you want. You don't just get there simply by talking, simply by thinking, simply by wishing. You cannot get there by begging. It's not how it works. Pardon me. And I teach my mentees to understand it is one thing to think a thing, it's another thing to speak a thing, and it's entirely different to embody what you think and what you speak. That is what I'm talking about. There is brain and heart coherence. You cannot shed your old distorted biases. You cannot shed your old faulty beliefs, your limited beliefs. You cannot shed all of those things if you are still operating with that old identity. You don't get to move to certain levels in life. Even in gaming, you do not get to elevate to the next level, even if you have the cheat codes, unless you master the level. You have to master the level. There are levels within levels, and that's not for you to be alarmed. But that's what's required. Understanding what's required is a part of it. The question I always ask is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to experience the love, the sexiness, the romance? How bad do you want to feel like your youthful self again? I know there was once upon a time where you felt invigorated, where you felt sexy, where you felt confident, where you were just at your highest peak, well, whatever you were doing. No, put it one in the comment section if you can relate. There was a point in time where you felt absolutely beautiful, where you were confident in who you were and what you were doing, where you was at your peak. You understand what I'm saying? I got to that point one day. I said, you know what? I have to sit down and ask myself. I have to get really clear on what I wanted and why I wanted the sunshine. I see you, right? Ashay, Big Chef, Angel, right? Jesse T, Divine, Chopper, Ashay J. I went to Venus. What do you want? Because the same ones that you had in the past aren't the same ones that you want now. I guarantee you that if you sat down long enough, I guarantee you there will be a lot of differences. A lot of things that I wanted in my past, I no longer want. Mostly because I've already experienced it. Okay, been there, done that, had that. Okay, did that. Okay, let's move on. I'm all about elevation ascension. Okay? I want to ask myself, Venus, what do you want and why do you want it? When I made the decision that, you know what, I'm ready for more money in my life. I want to make more consistent money. Okay? When I came to that decision, I had to ask myself, and this is a technique and an activity that I teach my mentees, that I taught all of my mentees to help them position themselves and to create from an intentional place, because a lot of us are creating from a space of lack, from a space of scarcity, from a place of fear or fight or flight. That's where I was creating from. I did not realize that I wanted money because I never had money. I didn't realize that I wanted romantic love because I never had good, healthy, really powerful romantic love. I didn't realize the reasons that I wanted to move, that I wanted to escape, is because I needed to escape the depression. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't realize that I was creating from that space of lack. Chocolate delight, how are you, my love? Hi, beautiful. I did not, and a lot of us are unaware that we're creating from a space of lack, which means your identity is in lack. You have a lack mentality. You have your identity, and you have when you create from a space of lack, that has a lot to do with your identity. Okay. I'll give you this example. I want y'all to hold out your hands for a little bit. Hold out one hand. Okay. Now I want you to imagine something with that one hand. Okay, put the phone down somewhere because you still gonna tap. Come on, we can multitask. Put out your one hand and tap with the other. We multitasking, okay? We multitasking. That's how we get things done simultaneously. Okay. Okay. So I want you to hold out that, and now I want you to imagine. Okay. Now I want y'all also to keep in mind. Side note: Things that I tell you are intentional. When you are simultaneously doing two things at once, it helps your left and right hemisphere of the brain. It awakes it. Okay, it challenges your mind. Okay, just a little side note. Okay, a little jewel for you. So with this hand, I want you to imagine that someone is putting, let's say, what do I have right here? Let's say I have this cup. Now, let's say that you are really thirsty. Let's say that you are thirsty. You haven't had water in 3 days. Okay. At this point, you're really thirsty for water. Or at this point, you're really thirsty for love or thirsty for money or whatever it is. I want you to ask yourself a question. How much can you really hold in one hand? Do you think 5 of these can fit in my hand? Okay. Now you can drop your hand, put it in the comment section, because now that you have the visual of it, I can go further, go deeper into it. How many of these, can you think 5 of these can fit in your hand? If I was to put 5 of these in your hand, let me know if you can carry it. No, correct? No. All right, Sunshine, you see where I'm going with this? No, just a handful of, right. At some point, in order for you to get the things that you now want, you have to be willing to let go of certain things or to at least put it down. But a lot of us have a handful of guilt, but we want to be clear and feel free. A lot of us have a handful of trauma, but we want to experience how it feels to be trusting. A lot of us have a handful of insecurities, but we now want sexy. We now want to feel confident. We now want to be loved on. How are you going to, how is somebody going to give you love, pretending it can fit in your hand, or sexiness or confidence? You don't have no space to hold it. You don't have space to hold it. Your body, your mind, your identity is filled with lack, filled with scarcity, filled with confusion and complacency, filled with doubt, guilt, and shame and resentment. How do you think you're going to get anything that you want, which you can get it, if you still have an identity of lack, of loneliness, the identity of insecurity, the identity of fear, the identity of love? How? You cannot. You cannot be both the victim and the victim at the same time. You cannot. So the S in shift means healing. How many of you know that you're not supposed to be healing for 5 years, especially if it's healing from the same thing or the same person or the same trauma? Let it go. Let it go. Release it. So you have room. So you have bandwidth. So you have the capacity to now hold the confidence, to now hold the victorship, to now hold the prosperity, to now hold the high self-esteem. But you still want to somehow hold on to your pain and hold on to your trauma and hold on to everything that don't serve you. You still want to talk about politics and the president. You still want to talk about who's doing what and why and when and where and how. You still want to talk about the past. You still want to repeat the stories of how you were abused, manipulated, used. You still talking about the narcissist that you had 5 years ago. Talking about I'm teaching other people how to stay away from them. No, you're not. You teaching other people subliminally how to focus on narcissists. And that's what you focus on, what manifests, it materializes. That is the dangers of how some of us teach inaccurately. So be real mindful. You have to know the difference. It's nobody else's responsibility but yours. How do you want a different life? You keep sharing the same damn stories. Every day, I had a day. Oh my goodness, same shit, different day. What? So many of us are consuming so much shit instead of eliminating. We just keep eating shit, keep consuming shit. What's the shit that I'm talking about? We keep trying to fix the shit. Fix your shit. I don't know about you, but that sounds stupid to me. I'm not trying to fix shit. I'm not trying to correct shit. I ain't trying to hold shit. I ain't trying to harbor shit. I am eliminating the shit because the shit is keeping you thinking. The shit is making you smell bad, it's making you look bad. Ashe? Ashe. You one of the few I follow and allow to speak into my life. Ashe, Chopper. We've been associated with each other for some time now. Okay, be mindful. One of the most phenomenal tools that you can use to change your identity, shift your identity, position yourself, and align yourself with whatever you want to experience and whoever you want to experience is eliminating the shit that you have accepted for so long. Eliminate the insecurity shit. Eliminate the fear shit. Eliminate all of the Eurocentric dogma that they've been enforcing you. Eliminate your subservient shit. Eliminate all of it. Don't stop trying to fix it. Don't get your shit together. Stop trying to get your shit together. Start eliminating the shit and get your heart together. Get your mind together. Get your identity together. The H in shift stands for healing, bringing awareness and wholeness to the fractured parts of yourself. When I hear people repeating the same old traumatic stories, when I hear people talking about how, oh, that person is narcissist and this person, everybody's a fucking narcissist these days, which is absolutely crazy because the only thing you're really saying is that you're a narcissist. Ashe, because how do you know? Oh, I did a post one day. Because we hearing these things and we talk a lot about what we don't understand. How many of y'all ever heard or have called somebody a manipulator? I'm gonna raise my hand because I've done it too in ignorance. We talk about the echo chambers of dogma and ignorance, yet we are the very ones who is feeding those foolish rhetoric chambers by speaking as what we don't understand. They are not manipulators. We are manipulators. Stay with me because I'm going to help your perspective. What is the meaning of manipulators? A manipulation, pardon me. What does manipulation mean? It means to alter, to shift, to transmute. It is basically alchemy. We manipulate all day, every day. A lot of us manipulate our children to do what's right so they can behave, even if it's good for them. We manipulate our friends, co-workers, okay, and understanding us, okay, rooting for us, celebrating us, and vice versa. We manipulate systems. We manipulate Manipulation is the art of transmuting. It's alchemy. I want you to understand something else. You are an alchemist. One of your primary goals being here as a beautiful being, as a living organism, is learn how to alchemize energy. So stop calling people manipulators. And if you do, I want you to understand what you're saying. We all manipulate. You just have to decipher whether you or that individual is using manipulation righteously or unjustly. When you further understand certain things, I'm telling you, it'll light up your mind like fireworks. It'll light up your mind like fireworks. I'm telling you, understand what you're saying. You should not be healing forever. Okay? In fact, I challenge you. The next person that you come across that is attempting to pitch you that they can help you heal, all of the healing journey, all of the healing coaches, with all due respect though, the next time you get offered for somebody to help you, mentor you on how to heal, etc., etc., I want you to ask them, what does healing mean to you? We're still talking about shift. We're still talking about shift your identity. In the F, we already went through that. Shedding and releasing old layers, distorted beliefs, programs, etc. We're on the H, healing, bringing awareness and wholesome. I challenge you to ask your therapist, your coach, your mentor that's attempting to teach you what healing is, how to heal. I want you to ask them what healing means. Okay? Now, later on, I might give you the correct answer. Actually, I'll give it to you now. Healing simply means to ascend from lower states of consciousness to higher states of consciousness. From lower characteristics of an identity to higher characteristics of your identity. Healing simply means to ascend, to elevate. Healing means coming into wholeness. You should not be coming into wholeness for 5, 10, 20, 30 plus years. You should not. So if your healing coach journey, whatever it is, if they don't give you that answer or surmise it around that, if they don't equate healing to ascension, to wholeness, to elevating, to timeline jumping, quantum jumping, if they don't correlate healing with ascension, they really can't teach you how to heal. Okay? Because ain't no way you still on your healing journey, and I know your story left, back, right, upside down, and I can write a book on your life. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Scooby. No way, Scooby. No way. How many of you put a one in the comment section right now? Because a lot of you are familiar with me. How many times you've heard me talk about my traumas, my tragedies, or the experiences that I regret? Put a one in the comment section. For all of you who are new here, I have mentees and I have beautiful souls who is on this slide right now who have spent years with me. Have you ever heard me constantly speak about my past traumas, my gripes, my woes, what they did, what they didn't do, my mama and daddy, what they did or didn't do, what my boyfriends did or didn't? Have you ever heard me repeat them stories? Can you tell me my past story? No. Correction. Absolutely not. Why? Because I am healed from that. And even though I share in transparency certain things, you don't hear me every time I'm live, every time I'm teaching, talking about my past stories. Ashe? What you hear me talking about? Mastery, shifting your identity, more love, more joy, more peace, telling you the truth. That a lot of y'all ain't doing the work. That's why you're where you are right now, and it is where you don't want to be because you're not doing the work. And I tell you that in love. I'm not just here to motivate you. I'm not just here to encourage you, and I'm damn sure not here to give you a fucking lollipop every time you slip and slide down the wrong path. I'm here to tell you the truth because far too many people have told you they love you, they care about you, you they girl, you they sis, you they bro, you they ace boom coon, you they day one, and they sitting there lying in your fucking face. They sitting there condoning all the foolishness. Both of y'all going down real fast. So I'm also here to disrupt every dysfunction if you allow me to. Of course, with your consent, because I know the path. I know the proof is I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I can do that because that's divine love. Divine love don't care whether you get a heart, whether I get a heartbeat or not. It don't care whether you get a couple of likes or not. It don't care whether you're compensated or not. It don't care whether you're praised or not. Genuine love and authentic truth, okay? It don't care about none of that. It isn't afraid of none of that. I'm going to tell you the truth because you need to hear it. I'm not going to stroke your damn back. I'm not going to coddle your insecurities. I'm going to have compassion, but I'm going to tell you the truth that the people who told you they love you that don't won't. Ashe? You have to do the work. I didn't get to where I am by not doing the work. I didn't get to this level of intelligence, this level of mastery. I didn't get to this level of confidence, high self-esteem. I didn't get to this level to where I'm walking like I talk it, walking like I talk it, and talking it like I walk it. I didn't get to this level of having a straight posture when I talk or when I do things. I didn't get to this level of not needing to rob Peter to pay Paul. I didn't get to this level of not being fearful. I didn't get to this level by not doing the work. I got to where I am because I understand what alignment is. I understand what mastery is. I understand what consciousness is. And I understand a lot of things, what I want to teach you. Ashe? However, you have to want it. I'm here to walk with you, not for you. I will walk the race with you, not for you. I will even cross the finish line with you, but I won't do it for you. You have to want to shift your identity bad as you want to shift your identity. I'm saying you can do better. You can do better. You were purposed to do greater. You was not purposed, and you should not settle for less than that. You should not. But that's going to require something from you. Healing restores. It aligns. Okay? It doesn't complain. It doesn't bitch. It doesn't moan. It doesn't repeat. It simply aligns with anything that is high consciousness, higher consciousness. What does the I mean in shift? Integration, weaving new truths, behaviors, perspectives into your everyday life. Ask yourself this question. Does what you think and what you do align with the person and the version of you that you want to become? Are your conversations parallel? Are your experiences parallel? Are your feelings parallel? Huh? With the version of you that you're becoming, would they still hang out with the people you hang out with now? Would they still have conversations with the people you having conversations with now? Would they still visit the same type of places they visit now? Would they still be dressing like they dressing now? Nothing should ever be the exact same, especially when you're talking about elevation. Yeah, you can, the jewelry may stay the same and that may change, baby. But there should be certain things that change because certain things are required. Jade, right? Right, Mother? Sunshine, right? Integration, weaving. A lot of us don't have this new identity. A lot of us aren't where we are. Why? Because we don't know the formula. We don't have direction. I know you know what you want. We all know what we want to a degree. But that's not the issue. The issue is your identity. The common denominator is your identity is not aligning with the version of you that is experiencing more love, more joy, more peace, more prosperity. Ashe, you cannot expect to walk into this new beautiful life that is already yours, by the way, already living, but that goes into quantum jumping, multiple reality masterclass, which I already taught. Okay. If you visit my YT page, there's a video I did. What was the title of it? I think it was called Timeline Loops, Stuck in Timeline Loops. I spoke about quantum jumping, time jumping. There's many different names for it. The multiple realities that you are simultaneously living on. You cannot expect to jump from the reality, from the identity of the life that you know that you are already living with this old energy. You cannot. And this is why a lot of y'all are bound to lower timelines. So you have lower timelines, lives, realities that are lower, and then you have timelines that are higher. Okay. So the timeline where you are more peaceful, where you're experiencing more prosperity, the timeline where you already have the loved one, the timeline where you're already experiencing joy, the timeline where you're already having pleasurable nights and mornings and rises and afternoons and all type of good physical snacks. All type of financial abundance already exists, but you cannot jump between them higher timelines. I don't know about you, but I would rather play hopscotch in higher timelines. I'm, I'm over playing hopscotch in lower timelines. You jumping from poverty to poverty, from lack to lack, from this resentment to resentment. You jumping from all in between. That's not, you shouldn't play hopscotch in your past. Stop doing that. It's not working out for you because as living organisms, you need to do what? Your purpose is to elevate, ascend, multiply, expand. That's basic biology 101. 101, chemistry 101. Okay, so let's move to the F. Shift, frequency, elevation, raising your energetic vibration. We are bioelectromagnetic beings. Chains, how are you, my love? Ashe? The F in shift stands for frequency, elevating your frequency, raising your energetic vibration so you can match the what? Timeline of your desired reality. So you can match the reality of all the things that you want to experience. Identity isn't who you think you are, it's the frequency you live in. Ashe, I'm going to say that again. Identity isn't just who you are. It is the frequency that you live in, that you embody. Remember, the universe only responds to energy and frequency, symbols, sound, and light. So a lot of us have a misconception that the universe is our genie, that the universe is our what was Batman Butler name? Uh the universe isn't your genie. Okay, it isn't your autocorrect. It isn't, it isn't always working in your favor. The universe isn't, it doesn't work that way. Okay, Alfred. Yes, the universe isn't your Alfred. Okay, it's not. It's okay. The universe is your mirror. Say it with me. Say it with me, beautiful souls. The universe is your mirror. It is only going to reflect to you according to what you're embodying vibrationally. This is why the words simply don't help. This is why the affirmations is a part of it. This is why your meditations are only a part of it. This is why the positive thoughts. How many of y'all seen people be positive all day, every day? Meanwhile, they still suffering. They still going without. Right? So you need to understand how things work. Okay. So what about the T in shift? Transformation. The T in shift stands for complete transmutation of self. Put in the comment section, write it down. I need y'all to write it down, make it plain. Transmutation. Y'all need to understand what that is. Y'all need to understand what transmutation is. You are the alchemist. Transmutation. Okay? A shift. It's the shift. It's becoming the next version of you. Becoming the version of you. Embodying everything that you need to embody according to that particular version of you. Your higher identity. Okay? I'm talking about the identity that has more confidence in it. The identity that has more a higher self-esteem. The identity and a version of you that is more secure and not combative and not resentful and not foolish and not ignorant. The identity, the version of you that is living and breathing, moving, talking, walking in her highest or his highest authenticity. Ricky, how are you, my love? Ashe? So when I say shift, I don't just mean change. I don't just mean change. It doesn't, especially on the surface level. Okay, that's not what I mean. Shift is much deeper than that. Shifting your identity is much deeper than that. Okay, And in this master framework, I teach you this. I go in depth about what it is. I give you everything you need to know, and I give you the tools that you need. I give you the exercises that you need that are applicable, that's going to cause real change. I don't know about you, but I got to a point where I was done talking about what I wanted. I annoyed myself at a particular time in my life. I got exhausted talking about what I wanted it, why I wanted it. And I got tired of just talking to talk. I wanted to experience it. I wanted to figure out why I wasn't experiencing it. Okay? I see the inquiries. By the way, if you want more information, okay, if you want more information on the identity shift master framework, you can tap that service plus button and I'll send you some information so you can get started. I'm actually in October, I'll come live and speak more about this. I'm actually doing a live training. It is a month-long, 4-week master framework training. So we go through all of the modules. I go with you, I walk with you and teach you. It's a hands-on identity shift training. Okay. And I do it with you. We do the exercises together. We get clear on your goals together, your exact goals that doesn't come from lack. I help you to identify what you want and why you want it on a deeper level. Because remember, if y'all was here earlier, I spoke about how I did not realize that everything that I was creating was from a place of lack. I didn't realize in the beginning of me wanting money that the only reason at that time I wanted money because I never had money. So therefore, when I would focus more all my attention on money, it kept playing ping pong with me. Why? Because I was unknowingly vibrating in a lack frequency. I was knowingly vibrating on a scarcity frequency. So my money, it will come, it will go, it will come, it will go. It was the same with wanting to experience love from a boyfriend. At that time, they were boyfriends. I didn't understand until I understood. I was creating from a place of lack. And so I teach you in the Shifting Your Identity Master Framework how to identify where you're creating from. This is why I teach you the 2 whys, because your surface level why is not the only thing that's important for you to know. That's what I've learned over the 15 plus years of me studying neuroscience, psychology, quantum physics, genetics, right? NLP, which is what I'm going to be also taking you through. That's for those of you who don't know what NLP is neuro linguistic programming. I teach you about cognitive reprogramming. So I didn't understand my surface. I knew what I want. My why was surface level. My why surface level was I want more money. My surface level why was I just want to experience love from a boy. My surface level why was I just wanted to have SDS. My surface level why was just I want to be in the mix. I want to be, in that place, with the place where everybody like that place. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I want to be in that room because that's the room to be in this season, right? I didn't realize that I wanted all of those things because of scarcity, lack, and old conditioning. So that's why I teach the 2 whys, the external and the internal, because your external why, which is in deeper, which is embedded in your subconscious, this is why a lot of you aren't aware of it. I help you get to that deeper subconscious why. It needs to resurface in order for you to correct it. It's not going to auto-correct itself. That's what I needed to do. After I figured that out, and after a few more years of me applying what I learned, that's when I started receiving consistent money. That's when I was like, oh, hold up now. Wait a minute. That exciting feeling when you just, it was like, aha. It was like, I got to test this theory. Okay, so I'll never forget the first time I manifested $20,000. That's all I want. I was like, I want $20,000. I want to see if this really works. Because previously I was like, okay, let me try it with like small amounts because I didn't want to cause a mental fracture. I also teach you about mental fractures, and I'll talk you about that. So I did it, and I was like, okay, I got a little $100, a couple of $100, a couple of $1,000. It became easy for me at the time. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna really test this theory. I'm gonna really test this framework because I would never serve you something I didn't eat myself. Ashe? So if it's poisonous, baby, just know that we all about to be poisonous. Ashe, we don't claim that, but I'm just saying how much integrity I have. Okay? So I said, you know what? I want $20,000. Less than a month later, guess what I got? Put it in the comment section. I want y'all to write it and make it plain because if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. And I did this using this same framework, okay? This same framework that I'm going to be teaching y'all, okay? So if you want more information, make sure you click that Service Plus button and I'll send you the link for the information. Not even a month later, $20,000. Now, a lot of you will allow your mental dialogue to trick you out of what's possible. Of course, it has to come by way of something. I see you, Yolanda. I love it when y'all participate. That's what I'm action takers. There can be no action if you don't act. Okay? Time for some action. Time for, come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all excited. This is one of the ways you can raise your level, your energy level. Okay? Get excited. Get excited about your future. Don't wait to get what you want. The way you get what you want is feeling how you're gonna feel once you got it. Okay? How does it feel to manifest some money that you want? How does it feel to have that romantic partner in your life? How does it feel to get hugged on and rubbed on and squeezed on? Pardon me, but that is a lot of it. Smacked on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? How does it feel to travel? Like, come on, get teach y'all how to do that. Get excited about it now because that's when you tell the universe vibrationally your outward that she ready for him, she ready for her, she ready for more, she ready for it, she ready to rise. Okay, because why you feel it now? The magnetism. Remember, I told you we are bioelectromagnetic beings. Your thoughts are the chemical signals. Your thoughts are the electrical signals. Pardon me. Your heart is a magnetic signal. So your thoughts is what the transmitters like. You're telling the universe or telling yourself, by the way, Ashe. You're telling yourself, by the way, Ashe, because you are the universe, Ashe. You are the infinite source of creation, Ashe. And you pull those things toward you because remember, everything has to have a magnetic pull. So what I teach you in identity shifting is how to magnetize, increase your magnetic force to draw those things to you in an accelerated manner. Okay, it don't take. Some things may take some length. I don't like using time. Some things may take longer limb spurts, but a lot of things are shorter. Like things happen instantaneously. I'm telling you, instantaneously, I had things happen just by feeling how I would feel if I already had it. Okay, so it is never a surprise when I get what I want. Okay, it's never a surprise when I get what I want. It's just more of me expressing gratitude and be like, hey, I like doing my happy dances. I like doing my manifestations dances, baby. Baby, when things come together, I celebrate before, during, and after. Okay, I know it works. I know it works. I'm not the only one who experienced life as I want to experience it. There are thousands of other people who are experiencing life as they want to experience life. I'm telling you. But I want y'all to learn how. Okay, only if you're willing. So when you shift your identity, you shift your timelines and you shift your opportunities. Okay, your entire reality changes. Your entire reality changes. Not for you, we talk about our loved ones, it changes for your loved ones as well. It changes for your loved ones as well. A shift is more than just change, it's movement. Remember, energy needs to move, it needs to be alchemized, it needs to be transmuted. It cannot stay stagnant. When energy is stagnant, it causes mental fractures, body fractures, it causes dis-ease and illness. Energy must move. Okay? It must transform, it must transmute. So what if I told you, okay, now that you're excited, what if I told you I can help you maintain that excitement? What if I told you I can help you cultivate that excitement? What if I told you I can help you get into alignment to get closer to your significant other, your partner, so you can experience more love, more joy, more sexiness? More cravings, more just everything beautiful, more sensuality, expression. What if I told you I can help you tap into that energy? What if I told you I can help you to understand or that you can take experience vacations, not to escape, but simply just to have a beautiful experience? What if I told you? That's how it works. What if I told you I can help you get there? What if I told you I can help you materialize more consistent money in your life? What if I told you that? Would you be interested in knowing how? Would you be interested in knowing how? Put a one in the comment section if you'd be interested in elevating. What if I told you I can actually help you master yourself, shift your identity for the better? What if I told you I have the exact formula and exact method to do so? Okay. What would you do? You know me, when I was presented with opportunities, I was like, me. I see. Nakia, Kiki. I'm just gonna say Kiki. Can I just say Kiki? Welcome in. Tell the truth. I see you. One Sunshine. I see you. Jade. I see you. Carla, hi Carla. How are you, my love? I see you, Loyal. I see you, Erica. I see you, Divine. Shay, I know I was like me, because I wanted all those things and I wanted to get it. However, I knew enough I knew enough. I knew enough to know that I needed help. I needed help. I could not continue to do it on my own. TTIC the one, Shay. I knew me continually trying to do it on my own was decelerating the progress. It seemed like I was getting further and further and further away. I was the one that was binge watching all of my favorite mentors. I was reading all the books. I was doing all the things. And I still wasn't making the progress that I wanted. I had to finally admit to myself, I don't know what I don't know. And simply just reading a book about it wasn't enough for me. I needed mentorship. So guess what I did? I saved up my money and I invested in a mentor. Lisa Nichols was one of my mentors. I invested and I attended several of her Speak to Make Millions online conferences. The same with Joe Dispenza. I took classes from him. Do you understand? I had to realize that I needed something that someone else had that was purpose for me to also have. So I had to take action. I knew that in order for me to get to where I'm going, I needed to invest in an expert in that field, in that area. And that's what I did. Because I'm not a master marketer. That's not my lane, but I need to know how to market. So guess what? I'm going to invest in a mentor like Forbes Riley. If y'all don't know about Forbes Riley, she is absolutely phenomenal, and she has this $1 million framework called what is it called? Damn it! Pitch. She's astronomical. You've heard of her? Astronomical on showing people how to perfect the perfect pitch. Infinite gratitude, how to perfect. So I needed to sit with a master in that area. When people want to learn kung fu, they go to a kung fu master. They don't keep watching the videos. They don't keep practicing by themselves. They know they need further. All master apprentices have masters. So whatever you want to do, you have to get with someone who is qualified in that area. If you want to become a doctor, you don't just watch Dr. Doolittle, okay? You actually go to school and you learn. You actually have to do a residency so you can practice, right? Retention builds, repetition builds retention. Mastery requires repetition. Shifting your identity requires repetition, but repetition of what, Venus? Repetition of proven frameworks and structures. Because if you're not doing it the correct way, you're wasting your vitality. You're not wasting your time, you're wasting your life force. I want us to be very clear on that. Time does not exist the way you think it does. Your vitality does exist. Your vitality does have a completion date. Your vitality can be drained. Ashe? So the longer it takes for you not to invest in yourself, meaning your goals, your higher identity, your higher level of consciousness, whatever it is that's going to allow you to experience life and experience it more abundantly. You should not be living in struggle, fear, scarcity 50% of your days. You should not be miserable 50% of your days. You should not be hustling backwards 50% of your days. It should not be. It goes against your very nature. But a lot of people do not know, as living organisms, if you're not accelerating, you're decelerating. Nothing stays the same according to the law of rhythm, according to a law of resonance. Everything moves. So if you're not going up, you're going down. If you're not gaining, you're losing. If you're not moving to the left, you're moving to the right. And if you are not moving forward, you are moving backwards. Make no mistake. Make no mistake about it. That is the inevitable truth. Ashe, infinite gratitude, sunshine. That is the inevitable truth. Hi, Tanisha. How are you, my love? That's what a lot of us don't understand. You think that some of us think that we can continually fuck around until we find out. Some of us think that we can continually bang our head against the wall and it's not going to eventually crack. Some of us think that we can continue to allow people, places, and things into our lives, into our vortex that don't serve us, and nothing happens. Something is always happening. Something is always happening. A person in your life is either adding to or taking away. No such thing as anything staying still. It doesn't work that way. So every time you're engaging in certain things, you are literally choosing to self-destruct. No, it's not supposed to sound pleasant. It's the truth. Because a lot of us are fucking around and playing around with our life. And it's sad. I'm like, oh, sometimes I see us and I'm like, my goodness. Oh, damn. Just ignorantly moving about life, not knowing the dangers of remaining ignorant. Ashe, I want y'all to understand that. Shifting your identity, right? Master framework is about movement. It's about getting to a higher state. It's about letting go of your past, of all things that shape your past identity, letting her go, letting him go. It's about doing what you were purposed to do on this planet, which is experience more growth, more elevation, higher perspectives, more love, more joy. Even on the days you call bad days, you stick my I don't even you know what? I started on that part because I had to think about it real quick. That's how phenomenal our minds are, right? I don't struggle like that. I cannot tell you, oh my goodness, this was the worst day ever. I don't have those days. I just don't. When I have a low day, it's like, you know what? Okay, not drastic at all. I cannot tell you the last time I experienced that. Does that mean that I will never experience it? No, but what it means is that I am very conscientious, aware, and cognitive that I can shape my reality. I can shape my experiences, and I have the authority to say how much of something I will experience. I have the authority to do that, and I operate in it. So yeah, depression can't come just swing my fucking way, and I'm like, oh my God, come here, let me hug you. Stupidity can't just come swing my way, and I'm like, oh my God, come here, I'm gonna embrace you. I want to be stupid too. I want to be dumb too. Like I want to live in lack too. I want to keep struggling. Struggling can't walk by me. Took my head. You want to come along? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. The power of choice. Who's making your choices for you? Is it your old identity, people, places, and things, or is it you? Or is it you? Yes. Don't chopper. Listen. The most important thing is that you have awareness of it, and now we're doing something about it. I say now we're doing something about it. So as we come to until next time, Wednesday, make sure you show up Wednesday, and I'm going to be finishing giving you more inside synapses of everything that's included in identity shift. I'm going to be sharing more identity shifting tips, more identity shifting techniques and strategies with you, so you can start experiencing life more abundantly. Okay, I don't want you struggling. Just because I don't want it for you, don't mean that you don't want it for you. And just because you don't verbally say you want to struggle, that's not the only way you can consent and confirm. You confirm with your energy first. You confirm with your frequency first. Frequency, energy, what do you mean, Venus? Your thoughts are energies, they frequency is sound. The vibrations that you have in your heart and your body is energy, is sound. You're always talking, not just with this. You're always talking, you're always communicating with yourself, with your organs, with your cells. You're always communicating with the earth, with the planet, with water, okay? We live in a body of water, okay? You're always communicating with nature. You're always communicating with yourself. Your cells is alive. You communicate with your muscles, your tissue, the proteins in your body. You communicate with the sun, the moon. You could with each other. You're always in constant communication. Mastery and shifting your identity teaches you how to focus and be intentional about how you're communicating and what and who you're communicating to, because that's going to determine what you experience in life. Okay. All right. Well, to each his own. You and Jesus can rock out. You, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit can rock out. Okay. No quarrels here. No quarrels here. Okay. So make sure you show up. Make sure y'all show up this Wednesday, 10 a.m. around 10ish, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to be going further into. We're going to be sharing more, because my whole goal. Okay, I get this when I visit you guys, when we exchange energies, it's the most gratifying feeling with me. Right, and I'm a mentor and coach on the outside. Okay, so that's the money that I get is also gratifying. However, the most gratifying experience and feedback is from you all. I love reading the comments on the back end. Like, once I digress, I go back and I read the comments. I go and check my emails and DMs for, from mentees that are contacting, that are reaching out to me to let me know that what I'm teaching them is working, that their life is changing. That's the most gratifying to me, because one of my goals and one of my I love to feel is that I'm inspiring others. I love to be told that I'm an inspiration. I love to be told that, hey, you know what, that technique you told me about to use and taught me, it really, really worked. And BYS, infinite gratitude for the support. right? I love saying, Venus, you know what? I love what you said. It helped me a lot. Venus, I'm grateful that what you taught me or what you teaching me. I'm even grateful that you picked up my call. I'm grateful that I love that. I don't know about you. I'm not gonna lie to myself. Now, although I don't need it to survive, I'm still not gonna, oh, that was so pretty. Infinite gratitude, sunshine. I'm still not gonna lie to myself. I want to be and feel purposeful. Me doing what I'm doing is one of my divine purposes. So, yes, I like hearing that. Hey, Venus, I love what you taught me. It's making a difference in my life. I like being available for my mentees. I love mentoring. I love coaching. I'm not that person to be like, no, I don't need it. No, yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's correlated with my purpose. That has everything to do with my purpose. What you mean? Yes, I need that. I want that. I want all of it. Okay? You can never have enough love, hugs, kisses, smooches. That baby, come on, give it all, because I'm gonna give it all back to you. I love that. Right? I appreciate you too, sunshine. You all inspire me just as much as I inspire you. You know how many people you walk by that don't ever hear, I love you, you inspire me, I'm grateful for you, I love being around you. You know how many people don't hear that? They feel like they don't belong, feel like they just isolated, like they just have no place in life. It's important, and a lot of people lying. I don't need your love and your hugs. Well, take your ass on over there and be fucking miserable. Because I don't know about you, but the trees hug each other all day, every day. Nature communes and hugs and love on each other and everything in it all day, every day. The leaves that fall in the water, kiss and make love and hug and do, baby, yeah, I want it. Okay? And ain't no shame in it. And you should want it too. It's life-giving. It's inspiring and encouraging. Hold on, TikTok, 1 second. Infinite gratitude, YouTube, YT, Facebook, Twitch, infinite gratitude. This is came to the completion of live. I love being with you all. If you want to continue it, I'm gonna do a Q&A real quick. Hop on over to my TikTok at All Things Mastery. Ashe, love you.